In this episode, Stu's paranoia kicks in.
I wonder whether somebody's reported the drone in the sky.
Stop it. We visit another breathtaking memorial. We discover an interesting backstory to this crater. Waffle Wendy makes an appearance.
I'm taking so long that even I'm forgetting. Where was I going with that?
And Stu, with perseverance, finally gets his shot at an amazing Parkup. Welcome to the channel. That's Harry, our camper van, and that's me, Jane, and here's Stu. And we love to share with you our van life adventures. It seems silly this morning that last night's darkness made us feel uneasy about this Parkup.
There's three. There's one in the grass as well.
Bunny's greeting us in the morning, Sunday morning.
Oh my god.
The reality is, in the daylight, that we woke up to bunny rabbits, picnic tables and a lovely waterside location, and it feels completely different. And Tom the drone takes a look around on a misty morning. We're just over the border from Belgium and the town is called Warneton.
It's been the murder.
What they're doing? Sat there.
No, there's four of them. I wonder whether somebody's reported the drone in the sky.
Stop it.
It wasn't me.
You were so convinced that was you. You're like,
me.
get the camera on, get the camera on. They're coming up to talk to me. I'm going down for flying a drone in an allowed area. He was so convinced he was going to be arrested then.
Setting up a roadblock for me.
To catch you. You're so paranoid. They're checking cars. They are doing a stop and search.
Just pull somebody out.
They were checking his tyres.
Yeah, they're pulling people over there. Yeah, they just pulled two cars. Obviously doing a documents check.
They might be doing a early morning breathalyzer test. And when you waved at him like he was your best buddy. Hi! Hello!
Hi, do you want me? Just go.
Hello! Stuart from England. Do you want me to pull over? Have you stopped me because my brake light's not working? No. Oh, is it because...
You drove. No.
Is it because one of my lights is out? No. I don't know why police from another country always look a lot more intimidating than ours. And as you can see, I've started off healthy. Every time you walk through the door, you just walk into a cake, which is just...
Were you born?
Yeah, I got a custard
That wasn't on
slice.
the list.
It was Sunday.
It wasn't on my list. Yeah, but it was Saturday yesterday, and it was Friday the day before, so what's the reason for that?
Monday's a new day in the van, in
Yeah,
Harry.
always says that.
I always start on a Monday.
We start a diet on a Monday.
And then turn right.
So this morning we're going to the biggest crater in World War One. The trouble when you're in this area, there's so much history, war history, and if that's your thing, you can't not go. And we can't not go to this crater. It's absolutely huge.
Turn right now and then enter the roundabout and take the third exit.
I have a bit of a gripe with my mobile phone provider. I'm with a company called O2 and I get 25 gigabytes abroad in my contract. But the problem is they can't tell you how much data you're using, and they actually blamed the phone providers in that country, like in France and in Amsterdam, and said it would only update when I went back to the UK, which is pretty useless. When I get through to them, they can tell me exactly how much I've used, but they can't update their app or their website.
time to top up fuel yet again.
$42.7 litres.
Did he just say 42.7? What did you say?
42.7 litres.
Yeah.
We're hunting round for a place that sells mobile SIM cards.
I've got a SIM card.
In 400 metres, turn left onto Rodolio.
I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to put it in or indeed how much data I've got, but we were communicating through Google Translate. And then he was talking into it and, you know...
Is he laughing?
I wouldn't call it that. But he was just saying into
In 100 metres, turn
Google
right.
Translate like like for ages, and then it'd just be like one sentence.
Turn right now and then turn left.
I believe I may have about 15 gigabytes. I believe I have to put a physical SIM in, and I believe I have to send a code. It cost me about £20 all up. Euros. No, sorry, it cost me €24.99.
Little car here.
Turn
What
right
day?
now.
What's that?
What is it?
I don't know. 1100cc.
We are now going to find an air to empty the pee bottle. I can't work out if today's going to plan, because we only planned to see a crater and now we're doing all this other stuff.
Apparently today it's National Recycling Day, and the whole community is out as we approach the air de service.
You have arrived at your destination.
So it's just for grey waste.
Might as well do my grey one, I mean.
Yeah.
It's great to see all ages are out and about.
We can't help feeling we're going to get pulled over by the police today. We've been through 3 roadblocks today. Must be, and it's a Sunday. Must be a national pull motorists over day.
We're right in the middle of the Somme area of France, and we decide to head to Thiepval for lunch, as there is a museum and memorial that we want to see.
Turn right now and then make a slight left turn.
So we arrived here about an hour ago. We're at Thiepval, which is a site of a memorial. We travelled down, took us about an hour and a half from where we stopped last night.
Oh, that looks a nice one as well. Oh God, we're in a dilemma here. Look at that. 2 amazing looking baguettes.
So this is a day old, and that's today.
I didn't realise we had one, so I went and bought another one.
I went into the memorial. The memorial's definitely worth going in. I mean, even if you're not into your military history, just walking around these sites is there's plenty of walks around them, and they're so well kept and maintained. Many of them are free just to walk around. There might be an admission fee into the various museums, and this one's normally €6 per adult. The museum tells a story of World War I, and especially the battles and human loss in the area. The museum delivers a great digital experience that brings to life the battle strategy, but also the personal stories of those that fought around the Somme region. There is a good collection of artefacts that have been found in the area, and they are displayed in an illuminated display case that's below your feet as you walk through the room. Jane was actually on the phone to back home, and that's she didn't go in initially, but I've sent her back in because I know she'd like the personal stories. There's a lot of extracts from soldiers' diaries, etc. That's on the way, very well done within the museum itself. So if you're this way, I would highly recommend it. There's quite a few sites here because we're not far from the River Somme and the Battle of the Somme area, so this is obviously steeped in that World War One military history. Not far from here, just up the road, I think there's a memorial to an Ulster regiment, an Ireland Irish regiment that actually achieved their objectives, were one of the very few on the Battle of the Somme, but without obviously backup, they had to, I think, they had to pull back and lost the position. The memorial itself is huge, really tall, very impressive stone structure. There for the memorial of all those that have been missing in action, effectively. There's around 72,000 soldiers that were never found, so there's lots of names carved on the walls. It's very poignant up there. But this huge structure that they built, it is just got that silence around it as well, and behind there are some war graves as well. So again, worthwhile going that, even if you're not interested in the museum, the military history side of things.
That memorial was the last and largest British memorial ever built to this day, I think. It's really well put together. Again, it's a less is more. I wasn't going to go in, and then when he came out and said it was free, I said, right, go for a quick whiz round. And at one point when I was walking towards it, I said to Stu, where is it? Because I texted him, and he's like, you can't miss the bloody thing. And he was right, even I couldn't miss it. So we're going to the Lochnagar, I think it's called, crater now. I'm hoping Stu can put his drone up.
No, can't.
Stu can't put his drone up.
It's an unrestricted.
Only cars.
Now, as we approach, there's a sign that says only cars allowed beyond this point. But with it being quiet, we took our chances for 30 minutes.
I don't know if you can get the scale of this, but it's huge and really deep. So this was a mine that was dug underneath the trenches of the soldiers and exploded. So it would have been a huge explosion. So the shaft of the Lochnagar mine was sunk 400 feet or 120 metres behind the British front line and 1,000 feet from the Germans' front line. So the shaft that went down, and then basically they dug out towards the German point. The explosives chambers were about 52 feet deep and approximately 100 feet short of German line. They did about 17 feet a day when they were digging. Obviously they had to dig slowly and quietly as they got close to the German lines. Pickaxes could not be used. Signalling the beginning of the battle, the two great mines at East Sap in Mash Valley and Lochnagar in Sausage Valley were detonated at 07:28 hours on the 1st of July 1916.
So that was a couple on the other side that were here. Sort of just gives it a perspective of the other side. So it says this rock from Lochnagar Mountain in Scotland has been brought here by the RAF Mountain Rescue Association in remembrance of combatants of all nations who made the ultimate sacrifice during World War I, 1st of July 2015.
The empty chair symbolises the void left in so many homes across the world following the immeasurable loss of life during the Great War. It's a poignant reminder to us of the countless lives lost and the suffering of those they left behind.
It's obviously in quite a disrepair, but the good news is that they are repairing it. It's such a important memorial, isn't it?
So the local community are now looking after this. This is a private area that's been kept.
Around the edge of the boardwalk, you're able to sponsor a plaque of your choosing to remember someone, the proceeds of which go to the upkeep of this private site. There's a QR code at the location which we use to leave a donation, as it's a place that must be preserved. And I later found some really interesting facts online when we parked up for the night about the private ownership. This idyllic park for night location is on the Somme Canal, and it's a brilliant backdrop with lots of wildlife.
It's nice, isn't it? It's humid.
Yeah, we found this place. Yeah, it's really humid.
Sorry.
Having a conversation with Stu. Look, you can pop your head in. We found this really lovely spot. It's on Park for Night, but it's really humid. Really, the air's really still. So we're just charging our the battery to the fans. We're just going to chill out this afternoon. We've been behind schedule all day. I had to go and get my SIM because O2 suddenly decided to give me a message that I'd used all my data. No, but my English SIM updates in 2 weeks.
Is this the long format video?
Yeah, this is the long version. I'm taking so long that even I'm forgetting. Where was I going with that?
I've said this story before, about 4 times now, about your sim.
Oh no, what I was going to say, I'm in bloody France for the World Cup. The Rugby World Cup's being played, and I love rugby, and I've not really been able to watch a lot of it. So I've got me 20 gigabytes, and I'm going to watch England tonight, if I can stay up late enough. It's on at 9 o'clock at night.
After last night.
Anything else while I'm having a waffle?
That's the long version I've been listening to.
By the time Stu's edited this, I'll just be saying, this is a nice spot.
I've got 16 videos of Jane narrating the story about the crater. I've just got to decide which one's the best one. Before we do it, think about what you're going to say. So what you found out since we come away from the crater, that it's owned by blah blah blah. So don't go away, as whilst Jane records the interesting backstory of the crater ownership, the wildlife simply goes about its daily work none the wiser. Please let us know your thoughts on our videos, as we put a lot of effort into making them, and press that like and subscribe buttons if you can. It's all free and really helps our channel grow. Okay, get ready. Looks like Jane's now ready for those crater facts.
So I've been told I've got to tell you as quickly and in bullet points about the owner of that crater, of the Lochnagar Crater. It's owned by Richard Dunning, who bought it over 40 years ago. He's just in 2017 been awarded, he was made an MBE for his services to World War I memorial services. So he read about the crater over 40 years ago when he was on holiday in America, and he set off to find it, which he did. And it took him a few years before he bought it, and he was so touched by the sight of it that he set out to buy it, which took him a few years to do, I believe. So he's never revealed how much he's paid for it, except to say it was the perfect price for a hole of its size and condition. It's interesting. So it just shows you, doesn't it? You know, when you see a sign saying it's privately owned, and then you read the story about it, and just this one guy, I cannot believe it's not been, okay, now I'm doing the waffle version, but I can't believe that it was never supported by the war memorial people. I mean, that's just such an important part of history. So good for you, Richard Dunning.
So we just found this spot on Park for Night, and It's just stunning. It's stunning. But it's right next to this old building. I can't understand why nobody's actually bought that building, turned it into a house. I don't know if it's a barn or was a house, but it's in the most spectacular setting, yet it's all empty. I'll go and investigate. Come with me. It's obviously a barn or something with those doors, or a workshop or something. Workshop, barn, house. It's interesting, look, because this looks like I wouldn't say it's a chimney, but it's sort of a tower area here. Ooh, you can get in. Doesn't look too clever. All pigeons are taken over. It's become a dump. What a shame. Well, the new owners. Jane bought 2 of these, which are really good. Tonight it's beef teriyaki without the beef. We're going to put chicken instead. So you get all the ingredients apart from the meat. So it comes with rice, it comes with a teriyaki sauce, crunchy onions to put on top, and then like a mixed vegetable, I guess, with mushrooms, by the looks of lettuce, bean sprouts, chili, peppers rather.
So, Stu bought me a gift. It was a book about Anne Frank, and he couldn't get the chair back yesterday, so he was really bashing it, not realising that he was bashing it into my poor book. That's the final result. Normally I only remember to take a video or a picture after we've eaten it, so that's the picture before.
A distinct 2-layer job. A milfoy. Is it milfoy? Or was that the guy out of Harry Potter? Oh god, that's alright, isn't it?
Do you like it?
That's going to be a mountain to get through. It's a bit meaty, isn't it?
Do you like it?
Don't you?
No, I didn't like mine.
Didn't you?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
Because it's a bit thick.
No, custard's thin. It's almost like it's got like a sponge in the middle. I don't know where it was.
There's a lot of sponge.
Yeah, he's in the centre, like you got those 2 V's going. It's definitely him.
No, you're right. Look here, he's there in the centre.
Yes.
Yeah, he's moving a bit, but I can't get a clear shot because he hidden behind about 3 or 4 leaves.
Well, we'll leave it there for this episode, and we will see you in our next video as we start to head towards the Netherlands and Amsterdam.